What's good, y'all? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back for another shave. Today I'll be showcasing a razor I haven't shown on the channel yet. I've had it about maybe a month or two. Just haven't gotten around to it. This is the Blutt razor from Blutt. This is called the BR-1. That's the model. And this is the 1.20 gap. This is glass bead blasted. As you can see, kind of reminiscent of like a car finishing, slightly different, but as you can see, it's real smooth. Really nice, really well built razor, Swiss made. I'm really happy with the quality of this razor overall. Just the whole shaving experience. Let me show the base plate. So yeah, he does engrave the gap. It says Blutt razor 1.20 Swiss made, and then the year that it was made. I'm sorry if it doesn't really show. It's hard to show or focus. Yeah, it's not showing at all. Oh, there's some engraving on the inside here. I don't know if that's the serial number, but yeah, you can see the engraving in here, which is cool. You don't really see that too often in the top cap, which is cool. But yeah. The handle, it looks kind of like simple and basic, or might to many people, but I think it's very grippy due to the blasted finish and the knurling. I think it's just another thing about this razor is it's like perfectly well balanced in the hand. I'm using a Gillette Silver Blue Fresh. But yeah, I'm really a fan of it. I think it might be in my top 3 razors. Not too sure. Definitely top 5 easy. But yeah, great razor. Really happy with it. Let me with the face get into the shave. Hope you guys have been doing well. I'll make another video this week on the 0.99 gap. I did try the 0.86 as well. I no longer have that, but what am I looking for? A jojoba oil. I like to use this as a pre-shave. It's very thin oil, so a lot of pre-shave oils that even artisans make, I found to be really thick. I only use like 3 drops. I found it to be really thick. I like this because the jojoba oil goes on real thin, and it kind of boosts the post shave. Not that I really need it with the kind of soaps we're using nowadays, but hey, can't hurt, right? For the brush, we're going with the Varlet Cauldron 29 mil, one of my absolute favorite brushes. Let's get into it. I did not tell you the soap. King of Bourbon by Holy Cow. This is in the water buffalo base, and you wouldn't be able to tell because the label looks identical to the donkey milk. Yeah, it's identical. There's no way to tell other than maybe looking at the ingredients. Not too sure why Sri does that, but who knows. Oh man, great scent. On that note, this might be my favorite scent Sri has ever made. I've tried a lot of Holy Cow scents, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of them have been misses for me, and I think I'm not alone. They definitely have their own following, Holy Cow. A lot of people love their scents, but there's just been so many misses for me at least. And I think a lot of them are even dupes too. Or at least alterations of dupes. But the ones that are good, they kind of hit really well. But yeah, this is a really nice one. It's the name King of Bourbon. It's interesting. I wouldn't let the name fool you. If you see the word bourbon, I wouldn't really look for a boozy or bourbon-like fragrance. It kind of more stands for the bourbon vanilla. That's how he calls it. Because in the scent notes, it says, well, blended notes of tobacco, bourbon, vanilla from Madagascar, ginger, vetiver, cypriol, ylang ylang, and cassia absolute. So it's predominantly a vanilla scent for sure, but it's not overpowering or sweet in terms of that. It's got a little bit of tobacco and like a little bit of spiciness to it. I think it's that ginger and vetiver combo. It adds like a little bit of that dryness. It's really well done. In terms of vanilla scents, right up there with Vanille Vendetta from Ariana and Evans. It's a different scent, but they're both really nice. Those are my two favorite vanilla scents in wet shaving, pretty much. I'll go more into the razor when I start to use it, but yeah, once again, hope you guys have been doing well. I'll try to get back into some videos this week, and I'll try to watch some other YouTubers' videos. I've been behind on you guys, so sorry about that. This Varlet is amazing. It feels like a B5, but softer and like less gel, but less dense, with like a more bulbous shape to kind of give it a really nice backbone to it. It's really well done. I think this lather's pretty decent. I've had a lot of experience with the Donkey Milk base and obviously Sierra, which is the like kind of their premium $29 base that no one wants to pay for, because it says like comes out to like 60 bucks on that thing. It's a lot for a set, that is. But yeah, so far I'm liking the way this lathers. I wasn't crazy about Donkey Milk. It was just okay. But, you know, I had a good post shave, and I think with Sri, you kind of always get a good post shave. It's not a, for me, it's more of a question of the scent. Sri, it's not really anything else, but you really knocked it out of the park here. And this is not a new scent. It's been around for a while. I just decided to pick it up after a few recommendations from some friends, and I'm happy I did. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get into the first pass. We're working on 30 hours of growth. See how it goes. This is the most aggressive gap that Blutt offers. And he actually cranked up the exposures tiny bit while increasing the gap. But let me tell you, I could barely notice it. It's super smooth. Get a little bit more blade feel, but it's not too bad at all. I'd say the blade feel to me is equivalent to the Muramasa on setting 4. Yeah, that's kind of spot on for me. It's definitely not a setting 5. And it doesn't have that, I feel like it probably doesn't have that same positive exposure that something like the Blackbird would have. So it feels like it's a mid-aggressive, just middle of the road in terms of aggressive. Not too aggressive at all in my opinion, but everyone has different skin, so, but for me, it kind of works fine. But what I think really separates this razor from the pack is the blade clamping. The blade just feels like super solid in it. It just feels super smooth, even though there's a big, you know, 1.20 is a pretty big gap. It's not a small gap, you know. It just feels like butter smooth, even against the grain. I'm loving it. Yeah. Yeah, so that first pass went real well. Yeah, it's pretty efficient too. I would say that the 1.20 kind of feels like equivalent to the somewhere between the it kind of feels like a D plate. Yeah, I would say it's definitely not the E. It kind of feels like the same blade feel as the bleed plate, but I'll take it personally over the carve. For me, the angle is just easier to find than it is on the carve. I've used the carve a number of times, and although I'm comfortable with that razor, I think it's a little bit easier for me to dial in the angle with this razor. Your mileage may vary, but it kind of hits the spot for me. And I want to say the blade clamping is like just as good as the carve, if not better. It's just really good. So I'll get into the second pass. Yeah, residual's pretty good on the soap. like with most soaps nowadays. Yeah, I don't know, man. To me, this feels smoother than the Wolfman, even that stainless steel Wolfman I have. It just does. There's just less blade chatter. There's less of that vibration feel that you get when you're going against the grain with certain razors. And to me, that's like priceless. Yeah, the Wolfman's still currently like my favorite razor, the WR2. I just like how little blade feel it has and the efficiency, but I don't know, in some ways this is smoother. Like if you ever made a tie razor, this would probably become my favorite razor. Only because I'm partial to like lighter razors. I think it's a weight thing. It's easier to control the amount of pressure, different feel on the face. I know people that prefer heavier razors, so they prefer the stainless steel. So it really depends on the person. So I'm not here to tell you that like a certain metal is straight up better than the other, but I personally prefer lighter. Not that it's heavy, I forgot to mention it's 95 grams, which is real nice. The Muramasa was a little bit heavy for me at 105. The Rocknell was like 120. Blackbird's like 105. If you have the tie, it's like 50 something, 51. So just gives you an idea. The Masamune was 80 or 78, something like that. That to me is like the sweet spot, but under 100 is perfect for me. For the most part, against the grain here. Yeah, so that smoothness that it has, it's most noticeable against the grain. It's kind of in a different league. And I would be saying this for the carve, because the carve it has that that nice smoothness. But for me, it kind of feels like I don't want to say it's more efficient than the D plate, but it's pretty efficient. This razor, I think all three gaps are kind of pretty efficient. But most noticeably, it's 1.20. I don't know, for me, it's just, I think it's about the angle. It's just easier for me to dial in the angle. For those who have mastered the carve and it's like their favorite razor, I don't know if this will top it, but for me it does personally. Yeah, like I could go against the grain on my mustache if I want, and I can't do that with a ton of razors. That's kind of like my litmus test. It's not needed, but that's kind of like my litmus test, that it's like, it's a smooth razor, it's clamped down really well. And to me, that kind of it literally makes a world of a difference. So, but yeah, it's not cheap. It's, I believe, $265 around USD. I think that has to do because the shops or the manufacturing out in Switzerland is definitely not cheap. It's an expensive country. Kind of just clean it up here. Damn, this is knocked down. On that first pass, I knocked down 30 hours of growth. No problem. Sweet. We are literally BBS. This is a great shave. Went pretty quick. Let me rinse off and then we'll get into the splash. Absolutely awesome scent. I feel like the scent vanilla, or the note vanilla, might be more associated with winter, maybe. But I feel like I could use it all year round. Can't really judge the post shave on this buffalo base because I used some jojoba oil, but nevertheless, my face feels fantastic. What do I do with the splash? Here we go. King of Bourbon Splash. This has alcohol in it. This is not the non-alcoholic toner, which I think I prefer. I'm not really sure. Oh wow. You get like a freshness to it. I don't know if that's the alcohol or what. It's nice. I'd say there's more vanilla coming forward. Oh, he put menthol in here. Yep, my face is free. Feels good though. Yeah, so for me, this is like a vanilla forward scent with a little bit of like spice kicked into it. And I don't know if I really pick up the vetiver, but it has like a dryness to it that I might associate with vetiver. So maybe without me realizing it, I can pick it up. But I think it's a fantastic scent. King of Bourbon. This is my favorite Holy Cow scent. What's another favorite? I like Rebel as well. I don't really have any other Holy Cows. I have Sheep Rose Concerto, but I don't really use it. But yeah, I really enjoyed that scent. So we also used the Varlet today. Fantastic brush. And then star of the show. Really nice razor. I heard that the artisan might be looking into polishing it in the future, just exploring options. Not sure if that'll actually happen or not. I think that would be really cool because I know some people might not like the blast finish. I actually don't mind it at all, but I find that it adds like grip. If I were to kind of wet the razor, it kind of still feels pretty grippy in the hand, so I like that. And I already have like shiny razors, so I don't need everything to be shiny. So, all right, great shave, guys. Hope you guys have a great one. Peace.